It's damp here. I mean, it's not definitely the worst, but both these lines are just kind of sweating. Hence why I'm changing them. So first things first, I'm going to crack these loose here. I'm probably going to clean some of this dirt up before I do that. And then I'm going to kind of take a picture of where everything roots here, because obviously I don't have the new lines in here yet. Keen observers will probably notice I already have the 98, 99 rad hose in there. I've deleted the cooler because they're pretty prone to leak and mix with the coolant. So I've looped the cooler hose from the return line. Instead of going to the cooler, it runs up to the pump up there. So I'm going to get all this out of here, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So the first thing I wanted to do when I cracked these lines before I did any of this is make sure that these actually come off. And I'm not getting an uphill battle here, but 23-year-old power steering line fittings coming off good. So I know these will be loose. No problems here. So I've got the alternator protected. I'm going to go pull the return line, get it set up in a bucket, and then I'm going to do some bleeding on this bad boy. So good stuff. So don't have a ton of room here, but what I am going to do is fish the rest of this return line off. I've sucked out most of the fluid here, so there shouldn't be much to give me trouble. Saved you guys the boring bits here. Got the reservoir cleaned out, capped obviously the liner just in case, got the fees line off, got everything kind of brake cleaned off under here, ports are ready to go. Gotta clean up my mess there, but I'll show you where the old lines were leaking. So this is the return line. It was leaking at this crimp here. Obviously just rubber up to the reservoir. And then this is the feed. Top side was dry, but the bottom of the crimp here was leaking. So I was able to get these off without cutting them. Everything came out good. So match these up, make sure the new ones are right, and hopefully get them put in tomorrow. All right, so we're 2 days later. I attempted to do some of this last night and things went a little crazy. So I tried getting this feed line in with the pulley on, which is obviously not on any longer. It's doable, but it is quite tight. If you wanted to actually get a crow's foot in there and torque it, you can, but my wrench just touched the pulley, and wherever it is here, I mean, they're brittle and old anyway, but just took a nick out of it. I mean, that obviously isn't a huge deal, and it's definitely still usable, but it started messing up the end of the fitting just because you can't get on there tight. The other thing, the one power steering bolt way down there, when you go to tighten the line, it wants to twist and it starts to touch that. And if you want to adjust it, you just have no room. So I mean, when the service manual says to remove it, doable without it. To do it properly with my OCD, wouldn't want me to leave it like that. So I picked up a puller. Came off quite easily. I have some footage of that. I'll kind of roll in a minute. But yeah, so last night was kind of a bust. tonight. Got the pulley off, got a new feed line and a pulley and a new drive belt coming tomorrow. So I'll button up the feed side. So tonight has been a little more productive. So we've got the pulley and everything obviously done. Back you guys up here a bit. Got the cooler installed. I decided to also put a power steering cooler in it. That wasn't originally a plan, but I figure I'm this far into it. Why not do it? I know, you hear both sides of it. It doesn't need it. Mine hasn't had it for 7 years and it's been fine, but they do definitely drop the temp, so not a bad idea. So mounted it up, typical spot on the rad support here. Have the one line running up to the return, and then the other side's running up all the way up there to the reservoir. Tried to make it look as OEM as possible here with corrugated tubing and some proper clamps, not those little gear clamps. But so that's all plumbed. Pretty much tomorrow I just have to do the pulley, the belt, bleed it, make sure there's no leaks, and obviously the feed line there, and then that should be good. I also have a window motor, which is in that box there, the right side one finally kicked the bucket, so I'm going to do that in another video once I get this buttoned up here. But I'll play some footage now of kind of the install of this, and then talk to you guys in a bit. I was kind of worried about drive belt placement. I had this hose kind of closer to this area, so I did reroute it. Just something to think about if you guys are gonna do the cooler. Obviously I have the belt off with the pulley and everything here, but I did run it slightly more in, so I mean the belt's gonna have a lot of room to get up to the pulley there. So just something I caught my eye and got me second guessing myself here, but I think there's gonna be a ton of room up in there, and everything has no kinks. It's all kind of radiused in there nicely, but just something to think about. Talk to you guys tomorrow. I didn't tape too much of the final install. It was Thursday night at that point. It was supposed to rain on Friday. I really just wanted to get this thing buttoned up before the weekend and give it a quick road test and make sure it was all good before the rain came, which was a success and good. I did get some little clips there, but pretty straightforward stuff. Just take your time, make sure you run your lines good. It's not that tricky. Any questions you guys have, definitely leave a note in the comments there and I'll get back to you. But quick run I did, check levels and all that jazz after. There's no leaks, everything looks good and solid on it. I do plan on throwing some pretty good miles on it the next couple days here, and we'll see how everything holds up, but can't hurt. Steering itself feels good. I don't know if it's just mental thing, but it almost feels tighter and more even on the short drive I did with it. I mean, the fluid in there was disgusting and it was likely the original stuff, so definitely doesn't hurt to do the flush on it, regardless if you're changing lines or throwing a cooler on it or anything. Just kind of flush the fluid out of these things, probably wouldn't hurt. But yeah, again, any questions, drop a note in the comments there and I'll be sure to respond to you. Talk to you guys next time.